What is up, everyone? Today we are going to do a technical analysis on the crypto meme coin TOSHI. This has recently been listed on Binance. So there's a lot of ask on this coin. So let's do a technical analysis about it. What can happen next? What are short as well as bullish scenarios that we could play into? Let's find out for ourselves. All right, let's get into the analysis. If we just start by drawing in our market structure, this is a high and we've made a lower low. Then we created our first higher low and we're still bearish at this point, keep in mind. But from this higher low, we've actually made a new higher high. And that is our high time frame structure at the moment. So that would also mean if we can manage to hold this low, we can still expect a higher low for a new higher high. And this is the pullback that brought us all the way towards those highs. So this is actually what we want to test back. We have not done that here, so that makes this a really good liquidity point to return to. And we already have our first long scenario drawn in at the moment. And yes, I know what you guys are thinking. Toshi is never gonna drop that low. Correction of 75%, but it is definitely possible, and I'm gonna tell you why. But first, let's follow this market structure here. We've made it higher high and we continued this uptrend ever since. Because we are in an uptrend and we have just took out this range high with not really getting a good break of structure, we are in a range. We are starting to consolidate on Toshi. And we have been consolidating now for almost 150 days. We have our swing high, we have our swing low, and we have just taken out the swing high and push back inside the range, which could mean that possible market makers are accumulating here to push Toshi down. What we also have is a lot of trend liquidity that is building up, which we could potentially target if market makers are willing to short the market here. Let's find out what has to happen to conform this distribution. We either take extreme liquidity or we touch extreme supply. So now we already have two possible short scenarios drawn in. And it's just a liquidity game, right? If we have grabbed enough liquidity on the highs, we can start moving towards all of the lows. Lure in as many buyers as we can, so we can take out the lows and fill up our orders to then blast off to all-time highs. And of course, we have the third scenario for the short, and that is go above the high one more time. These are the three short scenarios I'm willing to look at on Toshi. Now for the long potential, let's zoom in because on the 4 hour, this is what brought us towards new highs. So this would also mean that distribution that we're talking about is never going to be confirmed if we do not break this low. So if we manage to hold this low, we could still search for upsides. This is our whole structure demand. And if price does start to bottom out here, we can expect this trend to continue to at least the supply or that liquidity that we've been talking about. Locally, we are also in a range and we have a first deviation, so it's possible that market makers want to push price up. But we will have to hold this structure pool right here. If we can hold this, we can trade higher. Of course, on local confirmation, we're going to look for the longs, not a preset on our high time frame pivot points. If this fails, we are going to go lower and we can make a new low and from there try again. If that fails, well, then the distribution is definitely possible. We have to keep this zone to keep that momentum up. If we do not do that, then we could be looking at a Toshi for 37 cents. And we could also start to accumulate from here. This was a really quick analysis on Toshi. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. And if you are interested in more daily trading opportunities, then join the free Discord link down below. I'll see you there. Peace.